Here's our food for thought today. The mind is like water. When it's turbulent, it is difficult to see. When it's calm, everything becomes clear. Hi, fellow listeners of IPS. Welcome to Work in Progress. This is a podcast where we talk about mental wellness with IPS. I'm your host, Li Li. Today is the first episode of Work in Progress. In this first episode, I'll be talking about mindfulness, more specifically, how mindfulness can help you to improve your mental health and turn away from negativity. I believe you have experienced days whereby you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, spilled your coffee, got angry because of someone, or experienced some unpleasant events. Just like how it takes one mouth of coffee or ice cream to brighten up your morning, it could simply take 1 minute of negativity to ruin your entire day. In such situations, how does practicing mindfulness help you? Firstly, let's explore the meaning of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of intentionally focusing your attention on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. It can be something as simple as noticing what you're putting into your body while you eat, or noticing that you're experiencing anger after a heated argument. The key here is to be consciously aware of your thoughts and emotions and to embrace them as they are before moving on. But why is this practice worth learning about? This is because mindfulness helps boost life satisfaction. It trains our minds to be in the present, in the positive moments in life, and make the most out of it. Being fully engaged in an activity makes one less susceptible to unnecessary rumination. For example, when you're fully immersed in a learning process that you're interested in, you bring your mind away from redundant fears about the outcome like, what if I'm not good at this? Which can bring about extra stress. Furthermore, research has shown that mindfulness practices can help to improve attention, reduce stress, improve sleep, and overall physical and mental health. Remember when we talked about how we should learn to be aware of our negative thoughts and press the stop button when our minds are going in circles? Mindfulness can be an effective stop button when we're overwhelmed with negativity. Studies have shown that mindfulness is an extremely useful tool for noticing and disengaging oneself from a cycle of unhelpful thoughts. According to the Monitoring and Acceptance Model, MAT, as coined by researchers, the fact that mindfulness allows people to be more readily aware of their thoughts and emotions allows greater flexibility in cognitive reframing and brings greater efficiency in managing one's thoughts. Did you know that a lot of our negative thoughts are sustained by our resistance to unpleasant experiences? Basically, it means that we are filled with negative thoughts because we refuse to experience them. Upon pinpointing and accepting that, okay, I'm feeling this way because I had a bad appraisal, or okay, I'm feeling this way because I had a conflict with my spouse, we acknowledge our circumstance and negativity. We'll then be able to stop thinking about how bad we feel about it, exit the time-consuming merry-go-round, and move on to engage in a more positive or helpful intervention. Despite being aware of the concept of mindfulness, some still find it difficult to lead a mindful life. This is often because people do not understand what it is. They make mindfulness a more tedious practice than it actually is, or they only practice it during challenging times. There are various easy ways to practice mindfulness, and it can be easily incorporated into our daily lives rather than having to take time out to practice it deliberately. By doing this, you can practice it consistently and make it into a habit. This will ensure that mindfulness practice becomes something that will come naturally to you during your challenging moments. Being someone who is naturally fast-paced, I used to think that mindfulness is something really difficult and hard to practice for me. My perception towards mindfulness practice changed after I needed to teach it to others. To teach mindfulness effectively, I needed to practice it myself first. I started incorporating mindfulness in my daily life First, as a few short minutes practice when I brush my teeth at night. Gently noticing my thoughts and feelings when the toothbrush touches my gums and teeth, to a longer practice when I eat. Mindfully noticing the process of eating, rather than gulping the food down and rushing through the process. Through incorporating mindfulness into my daily life, I realized that I was able to improve my attention and focus, slow down my pace of life, and reduce my stress levels. What I've just shared helps me practice mindfulness more effectively on a daily basis. But what if we encounter something difficult or get angry during the day? What is a simple mindfulness activity that we can do to help us find our grounding and feel more centered on a difficult day? Let me now bring you through a short mindfulness activity. During this exercise, you will bring awareness to your 5 senses in a calming and soothing way. Okay, so prepare yourself now. I'm going to start. Begin by making yourself comfortable. Sit in a chair and allow your back to be straight, but not stiff. With your feet on the ground. If it is convenient and you prefer, you can also lie down and have your head supported. Your hands could be resting gently on your lap or at your side. Allow your eyes to close or remain open with a soft gaze. Now let's start to take several long, slow, and deep breaths. Now breathe in fully and exhale slowly. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your stomach expand on an inhale and relax and let go as you exhale. Begin to let go of the noises around you. Begin to shift your attention from outside to inside yourself. If you are distracted by sounds in the room, simply notice this and bring your focus back to your breathing. For 1 minute now, observe your surrounding and notice the colors, the shapes, and the textures. Look at the nature around you. You can look at the picture on the wall, or maybe notice the edge of a table or the pattern in the carpet. If you really look, you may notice things that have gone unnoticed. While looking, continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Now for 1 minute, start noticing all the sounds around you. Try not to judge the sounds. Just notice them. They are not good or bad. They are just what they are. Sounds might be internal, like your breathing or digestion. Sounds might be close by or more distant, like the sound of traffic. Are you hearing more than you did before you started? You may start to notice subtle sounds like you did not hear before. Can you hear them now? For 1 minute, shift your attention to notice the smells of your environment. You might become aware of the smell of trees or plants if you're outside. You might notice the smell of books, or maybe even paper. Perhaps you smell food. Perhaps you can smell a piece of chocolate or a fruit. Sometimes closing your eyes can help sharpen your attention. For 1 minute now, notice an aftertaste of a previous drink or meal. You can just notice your tongue in your mouth, your saliva, and your breath as you exhale. We have taste in our mouth that often go unnoticed. You can run your tongue over your teeth and cheeks to help you become more aware. If you had a piece of food, a chocolate or fruit, you can put it in your mouth and notice the flavor and intensity. For 1 minute, let's bring your attention to the sensations of skin contact with your chair, clothing, and feet on the floor. You can notice the pressure between your feet and the floor, or your body and the chair. You can observe temperature like the warmth or coolness of your hands or feet. You can take time to feel the textures that you noticed by sight a moment ago. You can pet your cat or dog. You can feel several objects on your desk to fully focus your attention on the present. When you are finished, take a few deep breaths. Acknowledge how your body allows you to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. I hope you found the activity calming and useful for you. You can practice this anywhere, at work, at home, and anytime you face a challenge and need to feel more centered. You can choose to focus on all 5 senses or just one. As shared, you can also do mindful eating, brushing, or walking. Becoming mindful is a process, but it's okay because we are all work in progress. With that, we've come to the end of today's episode on mindfulness. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and do follow our channel on Spotify and Telegram for more updates. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.